What are you doing? No.
Hey guys, it's Michael, and today I am here outside again because it's really nice out. Here in Georgia, around this time of the year, basically it's really cold in the morning for like 1 hour, but then the rest of the day is really nice. So yes, I'm here to do the Bookbuddyathon wrap up. My book buddy for this readathon was Savannah at Sarcasm Persuasion. It was really great because this was my first buddy read I've ever done. It was just a really great experience overall. I didn't read all of the books on my TBR. What can you do? So yes, let's get started. Literally, the readathon starts on Monday. That Sunday night, I finished number 9 of a series of Unfortunate Events, The Carnivorous Carnival. And if you've ever read the series, you know number 10 is one of the best in the series. So I was like, I'm going to finish it. Yes. So Sunday, that Monday through Sunday night, and then a little bit of Monday the next week, basically I binge listened to all of the series of Unfortunate Events. So I listened to 10, The Slippery Slope, number 11, The Grim Grotto, number 12, The Penultimate Peril, and then number 13, The End, all by Lebanese Snicket, narrated by Tim Curry. So let me talk about number 10. Number 10 is one of the best ones in the series. If you've ever read this series, it is literally one of the best series. It's so good. It's smart, funny, dark, sarcastic. I just really liked it. So yes, I love number 10 is really good, but definitely number 13 was really great too, because experiencing the story again really makes you look at certain things differently. Like, I can really see why he ended it the way he did. It's a really interesting ending if you've ever read the series. It is full of symbolisms, brimming, like it's spilling over with symbolisms at the 13th book. It's just great series overall. I gave all of them 4 out of 5 stars, but then the last one I gave 5 because this time around I was like, wow, I completely understand a lot of the things that you are saying. So for my book club, one of the books that we had to read was The Belzar by Meg Wolitzer. Such a great idea because it gave me the push that I really needed to finally read The Bell Jar, which is based on. So I'm going to talk about both books. I really like this book and I was really excited to read it. It's about this girl named Esther. Okay, but let's go over there. It's about this girl named Esther, and it's basically how she goes into depression essentially, and it's more of like a character study than anything. The thing about this is, like, the book is basically 2 parts. The first part is where she's really happy-go-lucky. Well, I wouldn't say happy, but she's really, in her youth, she's at this internship for a magazine, living life in New York, and then something happens in the middle and she gets really depressed, and the story goes from there essentially. The thing though is, I really liked the book actually. I really liked it. The thing is, the book, it almost felt like it had 2 split personalities almost. Like the first part, I didn't really know what to think about it, and then the second part I was like, oh, this is where we're heading. But overall, I think it's a great classic that is really good. I saw some people gave it comparisons to like Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye. I can see that, but I felt like she was more her own person. Like, she was independent in the sense that, but she was also trying to figure out who she was at the same time. And you know, sometimes trying to find out who you are is just a hard process in general. Really hard to get that pat down. So yes, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5. The next book, I went in on the book club. I did not like this book, and that Belzar by Meg Wolitzer, narrated by Georgine Marie. Okay, here we go. So this book, I've never read a book like this before, and I don't know if there is a technical term for it, but it's basically a book studying about another book. This one is about this girl named Jam who gets sent to this special, I want to say school, it's like a school for like troubled youths, I guess you could say, because something happened with her and her boyfriend Reeve. And then all of a sudden she gets into this special class where their teacher gives them this book, and this book transfers them into this world that they call Belzar. Now, there's different characters in this novel, and we get to experience how they experience Belzar, which is basically a world that they go into from the book, and they experience each one differently. Like, their world is completely different. this book tried it, and I was not for it at all. So first off, this book has 2 major twists, and I was like, what? This was super angsty. Like, they were super angsty. And the thing is about it, it was almost like short stories within the story, because each character especially tells their, like, what happened to them and how they got to that school. But I felt like it wasn't interesting. Now, some of the characters though, their stories were really interesting, and it was really sad, just like The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath is. So it was sad in that regard. But this book, what I think was wrong with it was that this book, like, it was like hinging that it needed to, like, I needed to connect to the character for me to completely understand why she did what she did. And I felt like that just fell flat, because I wasn't connected. I did not connect to Jam at all. There's 2 twists in here, essentially. Like, that's giving it away, but you shouldn't read it anyways. So the 2 twists, the first twist was like, I mean, okay, like, it wasn't mind-blowing. And then the second part, this book tries, and I mean tries. This book tries to even put itself, I felt like, okay, so they're studying The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, right? Because that is the teacher's favorite author. This book tries to reach that caliber of The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, but it is nowhere near it. Like, it paid no type of homage at all. Like, it was not working for me. I did not like this book. So I gave it 1 star. 1 star. 1 star out of 5. I just, I could not. I couldn't. It's, they tried it at the end. They freaking tried it. So yes. Alright, next. Alright, the next book that I listened to was Night by Elie Wiesel, narrated by George Goodall. This was so good. Like, it was a really, first off, it was short, which was great. Within that short span amount of time, it really did something. I can always commend books that are short and can actually say a lot. So yes, this book is about Wiesel essentially, and how his experiences at Auschwitz. That's basically what it is, but it also hits on a lot of topics. My favorite part, of course, was when he started questioning God. How could he let something like this happen? It was in this space where he felt like, yes, you're all powerful, but why would you let something happen like this? And the same people that you're letting something happen to, they're actually talking to you and asking for your advice and help. How could a God like this do something like this? It was really profound. And the writing, oh my gosh, the writing is beautiful. It is beautiful. It also has this dichotomy, him and his father, and how their relationship grows, and it has this like comparison also, because he sees other father and sons there too. So he has this like comparison about how him and his father interacts with each other. It was first off, it was sad, especially towards the end. Yeah, it was a really sad book, but overall I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars out of 5. Alright, the last book that I finished for the readathon, and this is the one that me and Savannah Buddy read, Buddy read was White Oleander by Jeanette Finch. We both had mixed feelings on this. I don't know exactly. I'm really curious to see her video on what she says about this book, because we have been talking on Twitter. This book is about this girl named Astrid who basically thrown around and pushed through the foster care system. That's basically like the gist of it. But it also has this plot about her and her relationship with her mom, and how her mom ended up in jail. Because she ended up in jail, how she's in foster care system, how these two things lead to what she does during her time of the foster care system. This book was really interesting because you get to see this girl who essentially becomes a woman who grows up. You get to see how the different type of choices that she makes really affects her as a person. You really do get to see that. The thing about this was the pacing is really weird, because when you get to the end, I was like, who's that? So yeah, that was my dad, and now the ambulance and all of that is going around. But yeah, I really did like the prose of it. Also, the writing was really great. It did like this weird sparse writing, and it used, like, it was really fragmented, which was really great. It had this sense of like her thoughts just randomly coming in and whatnot. I really liked the writing on this. Yeah, I don't have that much to say about it. I liked it, but I didn't like over it, because some of my friends did say that they really liked it. Like, they don't read as much as I do, but they said they liked it, so I was like, why not give it a shot? I mean, I liked it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5. This was an exciting experience just because Savannah was really great as a buddy reader. Book buddy? Yeah, as a book buddy. I want to do more read-alongs soon, and I thought it would be really great. So yes, until then, I'll see you guys till later. Bye! Yeah, so one of the main reasons why I didn't, oh my god, this not read that much during that week was because if you've ever watched one of my videos, then you would know that the weekend, of course, my cousins came and didn't get a chance to read. But also, Saturday, I volunteered for Color Vibe, which is basically this, like, 5K run thingy where you get thrown lots of color. Oh my god, it was so much fun. And then Sunday, basically, I worked basically all day and night. Like, I didn't get home until past midnight. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm on a blanket, on a picnic blanket, because it's just a nice day outside. Oh god, I wonder if it's a good angle for me. I wonder if I have like 5 chins.